now, Bitcoin is testing its biggest daily moving average for support for the very first time since May 5th of 2023, nearly 3 months ago. Meanwhile, it inches and squinches closer and closer to potentially test for the 4th time this year since the very beginning of the uptrend that began in January of 2023, the biggest, most massively humongous level of support. End of story, period. But that's not even the biggest thing we're going to be talking about in this video. Right now, the price of Bitcoin sits still right around the $29,000 level, but most importantly, right on top of the 50-day moving average after it fell below the 21-day moving average about 2 weeks ago. And this is a gigantic test because something massive is happening on not only the daily chart, but also if we look at the entirety of 2023 so far, this is just, to summarize it in only one word, completely, absolutely ginormous. So before we jump into the charts with Bitcoin, there's only about 260-ish days left until the next Bitcoin halving, and it's already being mentioned on CNBC. I remember watching during the beginning as late 2019, early 2020, I remember watching CNBC a lot to see if they were talking about Bitcoin, to see what the mainstream's opinion of it was. Because again, we started to see our very first taste of institutions start to get in the last bull market. We have way more to go, right? There is so much institutional adoption and money that has not come in just yet that, for example, a Bitcoin spot ETF approval would absolutely, completely open the floodgates for. But we're already seeing this mentioned. CNBC is excited about Bitcoin. Not everyone, but there are dozens of people that are on the mainstream network, CNBC, mainstream financial network, that are supporters and holders of Bitcoin as well. And every cycle that goes by, this will only increase. That's what has happened, and there's absolutely no reason that's going to change, in my opinion. But so CryptoCon pointed this out. The Bitcoin Fisher power runs here. Huge, big, massive bullish, he says. Look at the 3-week Fisher transformers. A cross over the power run threshold brings the best price action the cycle has to offer, and it's here. And he's talking about this right here, the Megatron Optimus Prime transformer right here. Just like we saw this flash here, the biggest, most powerful portions of these cycles really begin. That's what I want you to take away from this. They begin there. And this is obviously a longer term chart where you see about the entirety of Bitcoin in just this chart. So keep in mind, this is zoomed out. It doesn't mean in 10 minutes we're about to go to 100,000. But we saw this happen again back here right before 2021 kicked off. We saw it back in 2016, 2013 as well. We had a cross failure because of the crash back in March of 2020, which everyone's very aware of. That was actually kind of leading up to that. But yeah, we've just crossed this. So very big. Another piece of evidence to look at the potential massive bustulation that is coming to the Bitcoin and crypto market absolutely big time. And as well, we see Stock Money Lizards talking about the resistance and consolidation that was back in the summer of 2023, the breakout in 2023 year-end target of about 50K, and then the retest that he has pointed out here. So a breakout to end 2023, and then a retest maybe back down to about 35, 40K once we have already gone up to 45 or 50K. So he's saying, it's possible we see that target this year, about a 45, 50K, then a back test of about 35 to 40. I think we will even get a 30K back test at some point. But as well, CryptoCon talking about a lot of evidence suggesting something big. I would even say something ginormous is around the corner for Bitcoin, whether that be parabola or a powerful bull run. He's compiled a list and he has a whole thread on all of these things here, but the only one I want to highlight is the Bitcoin correlation parabolas here. And I mean, look at all of whether you look at the RSI, whether you look at the DXY divergence, whether you look at, it's almost too much to wrap your head around because there are a million things screaming, yes, this is where we are in the cycle, meaning we are about to begin a massive bust over these next couple of months. Meaning, if you're not paying attention right now, this is like the biggest time you would ever regret. At the top of a bull market, people are begging, completely begging, crying, squealing, screaming 4 times like this. They say, oh, everyone's in crypto. If only I would have gotten in when nobody cared, nobody was paying attention. That is right now. Okay, come back and watch this video in a year. I promise you. Well, technically, the Earth could explode before that happens, so I guess I can't promise anything. It's very likely in a year, if you come back and watch this video, that you will say, wow, that was a great time to buy. This aged well. And also breaking news, we've seen the House Financial Services Committee passing a bill protecting the right to self-custody Bitcoin and crypto. Absolutely big. So this is gigantic. It's a big win, but they have to, this is just the beginning here. Just the very beginning. And tech dev coming in hot with this. So the 3-week altcoin market cap is at its tightest compression ever. And in the meantime, look at Bitcoin. Okay, we've seen, look at this, the BBW. BBW. That's, well, anyway. But doesn't that stand for Big Beautiful Women? Absolutely very nice. But here we have the BBW all the way at the absolute bottom, which we love to see. And we see the compression on these bands so compressed before the biggest busts. That's why I just said a couple minutes ago, there are a trillion things screaming right now. This is such an amazing opportunity right now. If you buy Bitcoin, you're not going to be rich tomorrow. If you buy an altcoin, most likely you're not going to be rich next week. But if you are in the markets right now, 6 to 12 months from now, I think you will be more than satisfied, more than happy with the trajectory that crypto ends up going in that time period. Let's be honest, this isn't just big, it's ginormous. But let's take a look now at the meat and tomatoes of the video, where we see Bitcoin right now straddling the bottom of this moving average, the 50-day moving average. Also, it's in a consolidation pattern right here. Where is it? A consolidation, maybe like a falling wedge type vibes, breakout type scenario. But it needs to hold support here. It is likely though, and this is the chart that's absolutely massive. It is likely that Bitcoin over the next week or two could continue to fall and come down to this like $27.5 to $28,000 level, which would be the 4th time that it happened since this massive uptrend has began. In fact, every time during the entirety of 2023 that we've had these pumps, we come back actually to this line. So if we did dump another couple $1,000s, I'm going to tell you what I will be doing, which is something I'm already currently doing, which I'm currently long. I'm open trade position, or I have long positions, you guys know, on about, I think, 3 coins right now, Bitcoin, ETH, actually Polygon and ADA, I believe, so I guess 4. If you're interested also, you can sign up with my links to Femex and BitGet below in the description. Massive bonuses and welcome, deposit and welcome bonuses as well. But yeah, basically, if we come down to this level, I flip even more moon boyish, more mega bullish. Right here, if we come back and backtest this level. This is a massive level of support that we've been riding the entirety so far of this year. It's just very, very massive level. But if we go back to this chart, Bitcoin on the daily chart looks as though we could be in store for a bust. We've had multiple touches at the top of this line, and we've had multiple towards the bottom as well. This is a shorter term chart, so this is only about 3 weeks old, a little more than 3 weeks. But yeah, the possibilities for Bitcoin to bust here are not just big, they're in fact ginormously big and humongously huge. And take advantage of massive sign up and deposit welcome bonuses below if you sign up with my link to Femex and BitGet below. Specifically with Femex, they are doing a competition now as well. If you sign up with my link below and simply claim your Soul Pass on Femex, right? There's a whole tab. It's super easy to find. Claim your Soul Pass, which allows you to mint XPT. You can be entered to win 10 to 100 Ethereum for free. So yeah, check that out in the description below. Femex, if you sign up with my link, it takes 30 seconds and mint your Soul Pass. Without any further ado, it's free. It's actually crazy. People don't realize how easy it is to become a millionaire. Number 1 is find something you're passionate about. Every single day will feel like play. Number 2, spend less money than you make. It sounds easy, right? I know multiple people making $100, $200, $300 per day. After they get off work, they go get a big chicken enchilada, extra sour cream, extra guac, and a bag of chips. Next thing you know, half their daily paycheck out the window. And for what exactly? Now they have a bellyache and an empty wallet. And number 3, be smart. If you want to make money, you got to learn how to double it every single day. And once you're done doubling your money every single day, you double it again.